Okay, back to this part of the commentary of non-Disney Villains Tournament Round 10 Part 2 that we're still on. So the next fight is Ruber and Aerith versus King One-Eye's forces. The description is to begin her works in the war and to send Ramesses a message. Aerith and her new champion, Ruber, decided to go and fight against King One-Eye and his forces. Yeah, if you saw the non-Disney Villains tournament before coming to my commentaries, hopefully, just watching the videos before coming to my commentaries, I just don't like giving spoilers as much. Aerith and Ramesses had a fight. They were once teams, lovers or whatever, but now they're just rivals because Ramesses having the one ring. It looks like Ruber managed to knock down Zigzag. Oh, crush you! Intimidating King One-Eye. Two of the most muscular men fight each other. Okay, I know Ruber is supposed to be all buff and strong, but how do you think his palms would handle this kind of thing? It has spikes on it. If one of the spikes go through his hand, he will no longer need his hands, meaning it will be broke. Like, you know every cartoons where the person gets, kick something or punch something, then you see their skeletons cracking up and then they smash down? Imagine that happening to the hand, only the hand. If the hand gets stabbed or shot or impaled, you cannot feel your hands anymore. For example, in that Daredevil movie where I think Deadshot, I think that's the character, gets his hands shot and he just yells, "My hands! You took away my precious hands!" That means that his hands are no longer useful because they got shot. So I would have imagined Ruber would wouldn't feel his hands anymore after that, but I get he's a strong dude. Well, when he pushed King One-Eye off the cliff with his sword. Well, please tell me Ruber's gonna kill Prince Frogwhip. I hope so. Oh, it looks like Aerith is gonna be the one to do it. Okay, either way, please one of you people do it. Oh, it just punched him into the river, the waterfall. Looks like Gnorga is up next. Oh, that was fast. She turned her into a rose bush. And Aerith now brings in the tornado. To suck her in. And it looks like Zekko Khan joins Aerith and Ruber for some reason. I mean, wasn't she the one who stole Himotep from him? Even though Zekko Khan fought that mummy villain? Oh well. Next one is Skeletor versus, if I got the forces correct. Oh, it's Skullmaster, Venger, and Messina versus Skeletor and Evelyn. While Saruman's faction are using Evelyn's powers while they're in the underworld to use their powers to teleport them to the live-action realm while they're still in the underworld, and Skeletor travels there and frees her. Yeah, I should probably go back watching some more He-Man, or maybe I could get the DVD collections of it. I'm still on collecting things that were used from wars. And I should probably go check on Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon series. It's just something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to watch a lot of things that were used in wars, like movies and shows, and even playing the games or watching the game throughs that were used in Villains Wars. Particularly the non-Disney ones and the Disney ones. Maybe I should go for the ones that were used in the worst series ever, I guess. Sorry for a bit of a rambling. They managed to knock Vortex into some portal, I guess. And there's Skullmaster. Oh, by the way, I'm also watching Mighty Max. I already finished the 3 first episodes, so right now I'm on episode 4. So now Skeletor gets to challenge his quote-unquote maker. Oh, and also Skullmaster was voiced by Tim Curry, in case you guys have not known about that. I think I should leave the link down below to the whole episodes, so you guys could catch up. Well, manages to knock that staff off from his hand. Oh well, I'm just gonna use my double swords. Hey, that's cheaty. Well, sword fights, of course. What's more classic fight than a sword fight? Well, the Evelyn brought his staff back. Now for the final blow. I guess this is the demise of Skullmaster, I guess. And after that, they won and escaped the underworld. And now for the epilogue. We see Rasputin still in the live-action realm, in the version of the Hellboy version of Rasputin, meets up with Dracula, who is persuading him to join the Legion of Darkness. Kind of makes sense for Rasputin to be in there. And here's an interesting one in the epilogue, in the description. Convincing the Mad Monk into aiding him in what he calls Project Ragnarok. Project Ragnarok is basically creating Ragnarok. Okay, if you guys don't know, Ragnarok is basically the end of days, the apocalypse in Norse mythology. It's where all of the gods, and I mean countless of gods, kill each other, or they die, and the people would lose their senses and commit all kinds of atrocities. Which is what mirrors Charles's plan. Actually, in Code Geass. See, in Code Geass, that's what Charles V. Britannia is trying to do. He brings about Ragnarok. See, it's actually revealed in one of the episodes that Charles V. Britannia and Vivi, his older brother, who is actually a little boy in that form, which is confusing, I know, but if you watch the show, you'll get it. It was back in their youth, along with Marine V. Britannia and CC, Lelouch's partner. Joining in years later, they would destroy the gods, and God in particular, and unite all humans, living and dead, into one being. So basically, this was all Charles's plans. Killing the gods and essentially destroying humanity to remake it into what he thinks is beautiful and right. So Dracula is trying to get Rasputin to, to do the Project Ragnarok, the Ragnarok. So that would mean that the Legion of Darkness are planning to use Project Ragnarok. Oh, and then that means Charles V. Britannia is in league with the Legion of Darkness to create Project Ragnarok. To cause Ragnarok to happen. But if the Legion of Darkness' goal is to create Ragnarok, that would mean they would also bring back the Great Evil. That is actually pretty cool. And then in the clock tower, we see Nox has spotted CC. Yeah, the one I was just telling you guys about. Huh. And then we see Grendel is back to the cave, brought by Pitch Black, who shows him to his mom. Yeah, Pitch being Pitch, he's being all, I always thought no one understands how it feels to feel the pain and loss, but I was wrong. Basically, he's using the mom just to watch, Grendel's mom, to watch her son die right in front of her. And he's persuading her to get rage against the human race. Oh, Pitch, you... Oh, boy. He's one clever dude. Then we see Scorpius is torturing what he thinks is Dalek's Khan. But that ain't Dalek's Khan, that's just one of the Daleks. He's trying to torture him until he brings the information he needs. Then we see Baxter Stockman is visiting Mach to help him with his condition, not knowing that Mach was the one who sent Thrax to, hurt him. So Mach is using that roboticizer. He's using, I guess he stole it from Dr. Robotnik, and roboticized him into this android, which, okay, I'll admit, despite that I don't like Stockman, I'll admit that's pretty cool, the design. And then we see these Bionicle villains. It says a new dark force rises, motivated by the death and despair brought on by Pitch. His name is Makuta Theoridix. I'm no expert in Bionicle, but I should probably get the movies, the Bionicle films. Then we see Saruman is actually in the live-action realm, using a teleportation portal as, after, hold on. Having used the energy generated from Skullmaster's suicidal attempt to teleport to that universe. So he meets up with Taviton, who is now known as Captain Hook. There's Dorsa, Queen Bavmorda. Yep. And then we see Rothbard assembling his own Sorcerer Society. Charmcaster, Hex, and Zigzag, and the Wicked Witch of the West. And then we see Cobra Commander is at a meeting with the Major. So we have an alliance between the Nazis and the terrorist organization known as Cobra.
To take bold offenses, such as your little attempt on my mention, likely. Any...
Yeah, this is a good voice acting. And
like insects, I know.
Also good voice acting on the Major. So I guess they both had to team up just to fight against the Black Knights, along with Zero and Zero, aka Lelouch. It's an interesting team up, I will admit. Just sort of watching, so I guess he's like promising him, like yeah, Cobra did sound like he wants the whole genocide going on. It's kind of what it sounds like to me. Yeesh. I didn't want to put the audio on just in case that soundtrack might get me on the copyright claim. So that was Non-Disney Villains Tournament Round 10, Part 2. Still epic series. Still is.